Hey everybody, welcome to our weekend check-in video for Psych-25 Human Sexuality for Saturday, November 6th. I'm just going to go over a few items as I always do, and I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but that's what I do for you on the weekend to keep you up to date with things. So let's get started there. The last chapters in our Unit 4 here are chapters 5 and 7, the chapters on sexually transmitted infections or STIs, and chapter 7 there on pregnancy and childbirth. Both of those chapters regarding their discussions and quizzes, those are due today, Saturday, so make sure you get those submitted by this time. This is the one time we're just going to have to double up there, and you may recall I've told you previously in chapter 7 on pregnancy and childbirth, we're really just going to focus on, and you'll find this in the lecture outlines and the lecture videos there if you watch them, that we're just going to focus on the impacts upon sexuality regarding pregnancy and childbirth. And I did assign a bit of infertility issues for your homework there in your quiz for that chapter, so that's what you're responsible for. You don't need to really worry about the other stuff about trimesters, etc. there, so just to remind you about that. As this is our last chapters in our unit here, we have our next unit exam, Exam 4, scheduled for this coming Sunday through Tuesday. So it opens up tomorrow there, November 7th, and it's open through Tuesday, November 9th. You'll find there at the bottom of Unit 4 a study guide to help you prepare for the exam. And as always, do pay attention to those italicized portions on your study guide. That's going to be the content that your 2 short answer essay questions will be based upon. You all know that by now, I'm sure. So make sure you prepare accordingly. So when you get to those questions on the exam, you can just easily pop in your answers there. And by the way, it does help sometimes to have watched the lecture videos, because I do address a lot of that content on those essay questions in the video as a rule. So it'll really help you out to give you some good answers there. And when you do provide your answers, as always, please be careful not to just copy and paste material from your textbook, nor on some website that you find online there. Just make sure you put things in your own words. Next up here is at your last unit. So we're at the end of our course here, Unit 5. That opens up on Monday, November 8th. So this coming Monday, it covers 3 chapters. Chapters 15, 16, and 14 in that order you're going to find. This is some really intriguing stuff there and some really alarming things too. The first chapters there are all about sexual assault and really just not pleasant content to cover, but we need to cover it there. And I know some of that may bring back a flood of memories for you if you were sexually abused as a child, if you were sexually assaulted yourself ever, or if you knew somebody that has gone through those things. So it can trigger those things. So just kind of a heads up about that. But do try to watch them. There's some really good information that we've learned from the research in psychology about this, about what the victims go through, and survivors, as they like to call themselves, you may know, and also what the perpetrators do too, what they're like. But there's some real issues around that, some legal issues there too, which some of you may find very surprising about what actually defined rape or sexual assault up until not that long ago. And so what, quote, counted for that. So you might want to check that out. A lot of people don't know about that information, and it's just really important stuff to know. And so do check it out. As always, you're welcome to work ahead in that last unit there once it opens up on Monday. So get your quizzes and discussions out of the way so you can just focus on some of your other courses there, if you will. I'm sure everything kind of gets to be a crunch or a train wreck at the end, but I try to spread things out so that doesn't happen. So I hope you have thought the pacing of the material in the course was just about right, because that's the feedback I've gotten before. So I try to spread things out and not cram anything in there. So we have our live session this coming Monday at 3 o'clock, so please attend if you can. Otherwise, if you need anything, just reach out via your email on Canvas, and I'll be glad to get back to you. And study hard for your exam, and hope you're having a good weekend. And I will see you next time. So take care until then.